In this video, I will be showing you how to get every single rod in Fisch. One quick thing before we get started, I normally do not use my voice, so let me know in the comments if you would like me to keep using my voice or use text. Alright, thank you so much, enjoy the video. The starter rods can be found on the Moosewood Island, right here. The long rod is found at Moosewood Island. To get the Buddy Bond rod, go ahead and talk to Bob at Moosewood. And you'll need to invite a friend to the game. After your friend joins the server, wait until you can speak to Bob again, and then collect your rod. The next set of rods can be bought at Roslet Bay. To get the Magma Rod, you will need to go to Roslet Bay. Once you arrive at Roslet Bay, fish for a puffer fish. I suggest using the fish radar to see where the puffer fish are. The best bait to use for the puffer fish are seaweed. Once you catch a puffer fish, follow where I go. Give the pufferfish to the orc and he should give you the Magma Rod. To get the Scurvy Rod, you'll need to go to Forsaken Shores. To get the Sunken Rod, you will first need to find a treasure map. You can get treasure maps randomly by fishing anywhere in the game. Once you have a treasure map, go ahead and buy a GPS from the Moosewood village. It only costs 100 cash, so it's pretty cheap. Next, we will need to go to the Forsaken Island. If you look at our treasure map, you'll notice that it only tells us the X. We need to find the Y and the Z. So that is why we are going to the Forsaken Island. Go ahead, talk to the pirate, and be sure to hold out your treasure map when you speak with him. He should fix your coordinates, and now you can read the map. We'll need to use the GPS to find the map's coordinates. If you pull out your GPS, you will notice on the bottom of your screen, it says X, Y, Z, and it has 3 numbers. So the X is east and west. So if I look east and I walk, the X will go up or down. And then if I go west, it will go the other direction. The Y is up and down. So if I go jump, my Y will go up. If I swim in the water, my Y will go down. And then the Z is north and south. So if I walk south, my Z will change, but everything else should stay the same. If I walk north, it will go the other direction. So now that you know how the GPS works, you will need to find your coordinates. I have already located my treasure chest at Sunstone Island, but yours will most likely be at a different spot. So just be careful and be sure to use your GPS. So for me, my map says 95 for Y, but I am currently at 130 Y. So that means it's below me, so it's underwater. So when I go underwater, I see the chest. You might want to use some kind of equipment to make sure you don't drown. And there is a 1 in 50 chance you will get the rod. It's extremely rare, so you will probably need a lot of treasure maps and a lot of luck. Good luck. To get the Magnet Rod, you'll need to go to the Terrapin Island. For the Midas and Mythical Rods, a message will appear at the top of your screen saying a traveling merchant has appeared. Just go to the island where the traveling merchant is at. For me, it is a Sundial Island. For you, it might be somewhere different. Sorry, Sunstone Island. The traveling merchant is always at some island in the server. So if you don't know where he's at, you can just wander around until you find him. He will always be in a boat that looks like this. And as you can see, he is selling the Mythical Rod and the Midas Rod. The merchant does not always sell both the rods, and he might not be selling any of the rods. So you just join a different server or wait until he travels somewhere else. For the King's Rod, head to the Statue of Sovereignty. Talk to the miner and pay 400 cash to use the elevator. The Fungal Rod can be found at the Mushroom Swamp. Talk to the Mushroom NPC. After talking to the Mushroom NPC, you will need to give him an alligator. You can do this by catching one or having someone give you an alligator. Once you have an alligator, talk to the Mushroom NPC again, and he should give you the Fungal Rod. For the Destiny Rod, you will need to have completed 70% of the entire bestiary. If you have not completed 70%, you cannot get this rod. Once you've completed 70%, you will need to go to the Arch. The easiest way to find it for me is to go to the Statue of Sovereignty and then go to the Mushroom Swamp, and you'll see the Arch on the way there. Simply talk to the NPC and you can purchase the rod from her. For the reinforced rod, you will need to go to the Desolate Deep. So you must buy either the basic diving gear or the advanced diving gear. I will show you where you can buy the advanced diving gear. A trick I like to use is to go to Sunstone Island and find this small little rock, and then set your camera to north Once it says north, just go in a straight line. And this should let you find this floating object in the distance. You can also buy the advanced diving gear here. I strongly suggest turning up your in-game brightness by clicking menu and then enabling higher brightness and higher saturation. This will make it a lot easier to see. Once you get to the white sign, head left. For the Trident Rod, you will need to go to the Desolate Deep. If you do not know how to get here, skip back to the last rod, the Reinforced Rod, and I show you how to get here. Once you see this white sign, go to the right. And be sure not to hit any of these floating mines or you will die. To get the Trident Rod, you will need 5 enchantment relics. You will also need to have completed the Desolate Deep Vestuary. If you have not caught 100% of the items there, you cannot get the Trident. Once you have 5 enchantment relics and have completed the Desolate Deep Vestuary, follow where I go. Place the 5 enchantment relics on the pedestals. To get the Aurora Rod and Nocturnal Rod, you will need to wait for a strange whirlpool to appear. You will see a message at the top of your screen that says a strange whirlpool has opened. I will post a picture of what this looks like. Once it opens, search for it around the map. It can spawn anywhere around the map, and they're usually pretty easy to find. Mine is near the Forsaken Shores, but yours could be at a different spot. You should see big beams of light coming out of the whirlpools. Once you see this, just jump inside the whirlpool. Here you can buy the Nocturnal Rod, but for the Aurora Rod, someone in the server will need to use an Aurora totem. It's one of these and it costs 500,000 cash. Simply use the Aurora totem and the Aurora Rod should appear right here. Once the Aurora totem ends, the rod will disappear. If you do not know how to get to this area, skip back to the last rod and I show you the path. Come down here and you will need to fish for Adept's Key. Once you fish this, make sure you have completed 100% of the bestiary for Vertigo. Once you've completed the bestiary 100% for Vertigo and have the Depth's Key, come up here and talk to this NPC. And he should open the gate. Once you are in this new area, just follow where I go. Swim across to the main island. Alrighty, once you make it to the main island, you will need an Abyssal Enchant Relic and a Hexed Enchant Relic. If you do not have these two items, you cannot progress further. Come over to these stones, and once you get over here, you will need to place your Abyssal Enchant Relic into the stone. Once you have placed the Abyssal Enchant, head over to the waterfall and swim up it to place the Hexed Enchant. And it does not matter which enchant you place first, you can place them in any order. You should hear a sound effect once you've placed both of them, and there will be a hole in the ground right here. Follow where I go for the correct path. If there is a green door, it randomly opens. If it does not open, then just wait for it and go back to the start to get fresh air and keep checking on it. The no life rod requires you to be level 500. This rod is extremely hard to get since you would have to spend a bunch of hours in this game. So very few people have it, but this is the no life rod. This is the haunted rod, which was an exclusive rod from the Halloween event. So you can no longer obtain this rod, sadly.